North Korean refugees live with no human rights in China. They cannot simply call the police if they are mistreated. They cannot legally obtain government-issue identification. No ID means no access to see a doctor. They don't have access to the banking system. Refugees can't even ride a bus or a train. It is no surprise that so many have attempted to escape to South Korea. As of today's filming, South Korea reports that there have been about 33,000 North Korean defectors to South Korea. But the road to escape China is even more fraught than their lives in China. Hi, I'm Dan Chung, and I'm Executive Director and co-founder of Crossing Borders. We've been helping North Korean refugees since 2003. Today we will discuss what has become known as the modern-day Underground Railroad. This network, which works to get North Koreans safely out of China, is a patchwork of people with diverse backgrounds and motivations. Let's take a deeper look into how North Koreans escape China in our new series, Breaking Down North Korea. Human traffickers have scattered North Korean refugees throughout China. Since 2003, Crossing Borders has been finding pockets of these refugees and has attempted to help them. Although they are sent to different regions where they face unique challenges, they all must risk everything on a daunting journey out of China to find freedom. Imagine escaping a country when you don't have a valid ID, which means you can't take any form of transportation. Even in privately owned cars, China has routine checkpoints where all the IDs of everyone in the car are checked and documented. And on the roads, in city squares, and even in buildings, there are cameras to watch people's every move. With the Chinese government always monitoring, how does a North Korean escape? Enter the modern-day Underground Railroad. There is a whole industry set up to help North Korean refugees in China escape. There are some great nonprofit organizations helping to facilitate this, but there are also some people who do this for profit. They're often referred to as brokers. A refugee must find people who will help them escape and hope that they are trustworthy and good people. The problem is that many of the people who offer to help these women end up abusing them. A refugee in Crossing Borders network once told us that she was raped along the way by the very people who said that they would help her. Again, there are no police to call when you are a refugee in China who is being abused. If a refugee were to do so, they would be punished, not the perpetrator. For-profit brokers have been known to relentlessly hound North Koreans for money when they reach South Korea, even after they have been paid. But often, they are the only ones who can guide these refugees to freedom. These brokers take refugees from city to city, oftentimes using fake IDs. They have apartments along the way where refugees can stay at night. The final stretch of the journey is an illegal border crossing out of China into several different Southeast Asian countries. Unfortunately, all of these safe harbor countries do not border China, which means refugees must sprint through either Myanmar or Laos first to gain their freedom. Once they reach their destination, they are granted refugee status with the South Korean government, who will bring them into South Korea. It is a miracle that over 33,000 refugees have made it to South Korea to date. And after making this arduous journey to South Korea, one of the refugee women Crossing Borders supported while in China said that the day that she got her legal ID in South Korea, she clutched it to her chest all night and cried. The fact that China doesn't acknowledge North Koreans isn't just a matter of paperwork, it's a matter of personhood. When you aren't considered a person, you don't feel like you matter. Once this woman had her ID, she realized something that was missing in her life: humanity. But once they gained their rights in South Korea and other countries, North Koreans face perhaps their biggest challenge: dealing with the trauma that they've experienced along their path to freedom. We'll discuss this and more in our next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, where we will be sharing more North Korea facts.